Hello and welcome to day 2 of the 2014 World of Tanks Grand Finals. Coming up, China take on the USA, this tank wins an award, and the Wargaming CEO picks his favourite for the tournament.
Yesterday they nailed it and they proceeded to the next round. Good.
Yesterday's matches saw local favourites Lemming Train cruise into the next round, but today's game started with an entirely different prospect. It was China versus the USA. The US Fnatic team won that matchup 3-0 before losing to the hotly tipped Virtuous Pro in the final stage of round 2. This means that they'll have to beat PvP Super Friends in the last match of the day to continue their run in the tournament. While the competition continues in the city centre, I've come here to the Warsaw Museum of Panzer Weaponry to check out some of these giant metal machines in action. But it's not just tanks on display. This museum houses one of the biggest collections of military vehicles in Europe, with everything from planes to personnel carriers, guns to artillery. And, if you ask nicely, they might even give you a ride in an actual tank. Back at the tournament, and China's JL Esports Club had to face Unity after their defeat earlier in the day. But sadly, they could only muster one win in a best of 5 rounds and are knocked out. But with the competition heating up, I caught up with Wargaming CEO to get his opinions on the remaining teams. Hello Victor, thanks for taking the time to speak to me. Now, yesterday you were slightly hesitant to pick a team for the favourites. Has anything that you've seen swayed you towards one? Lemming Train still doing very well?
Yes, the Polish team, though being kind of underdogs when you look at those Russian teams. But yeah, yesterday they nailed it and they proceeded to the next round. Good. And the American team, by the way, again, they were playing against the Russians. Yeah. All the bets were on the Russian team. No, Americans just kicked some butt.
So you think Lemming Train possibly for the title?
Again, this is sports. That's the whole idea of these grand finals. I cannot tell you who is the winner. That's why we're here for 3 days. That's why millions of people are watching on Twitch to find out. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Do you know who's sort of got the hardest path to the final? Like which team has got the most competition?
I think Asian teams like the one from Hong Kong and or the one from Singapore. Actually, the Singapore team, they have Filipino players and they have Australian players. So in this part of the world, well, esports and computer gaming is growing, but still infrastructure is not yet there. So they had to fight with, let's say, disadvantage when it comes to ping time, but they went through. 40,000 teams started this, and 14 teams which are here today, they're heroes already.
The day ended with local Polish team Lemming Train fighting for survival in the tournament, but even the home advantage couldn't help them and they were sent packing. The stage is now set for the final day of the tournament tomorrow, where one team will walk away with the trophy. It's not to be missed, so make sure you come back then for all the action from the 2014 Wargaming Grand Finals.